Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is Memory here. We are back with some more Fruits Basket. This being the 7th episode of the 3rd season, man. And the previous episode, the cliffhanger, the bombshell they left us off with, the shocker. I don't know. Like, are they gonna go right more into this in this episode? Or are they gonna give us, I want to say, a little breather? But I mean, what is that really with this series? Especially like with the final season. So when I say a breather, it probably won't even be that. But are they gonna come back to this at some point? That's probably what they're gonna do. I don't know if they're gonna go even fully dive into it in this episode. I guess we'll really have to wait and see. But there's obviously something we are missing from like the whole picture, essentially, right? With like the whole thing with Kyoko, Toru, Yuki's even in there as well because Yuki was involved too, as we know. But there's something from the picture that we're missing. So we'll see if we get in this episode, at least maybe some more into it. But we'll see what we have. So without further ado, we're gonna get into this in 3, 2, 1, go. That's Kyoko, I hear. So okay, maybe we are gonna get more with it. I love that, by the way. She was going crazy. She was going crazy. As long as she had Toru. She ain't lying. She ain't lying. The subtitle kind of went away real quick there. And not to try and find my own answers or look out for my own future or think about my own future. And you too. Because what happened with her as well. So he was like putting this or thinking like Kyo in his mind, like, okay, this is gonna be put on me, or that this was his fault. The difference in mothers here. Oh my god. Just chill. Chill with that shit, bro. Nah, you can't do that, man. You And then you go to a scene like where they're making these things. It's like, yeah, woo. After we just saw that. Ooh. Oh. Oh, y'all going for another round or something. I thought it was gonna be maybe Akito or something, but it was Ren. Oh, okay. Okay. So maybe they have that right there with Kyo and the mothers. But also that imagery of Toru. I just cannot get that out of my mind. But they just, okay, here's a little bit, and then maybe because this is what they be doing before the OPs, man. You kind of get an indicator on who's going to be the focus. So maybe Shigure and Ren, essentially, and probably Akito with that as well. And then we'll probably come back to more of that stuff with like Kyo and Toru, if there is more with it. Um, in another episode, it's like, okay, great. Oh my god, man. So yeah, I say a breather, but if we're gonna have Shigure, Ren, and Akito focus, and it's not gonna be a breather. Which these are really the two big plot points we still have to like kind of hit on. Well, there's obviously the curse is breaking and all that. But I mean, there's the stuff with like Toru, Kyo. Obviously, they gotta still like wrap up kind of like or conclude the relationships because we know most of the characters who are gonna get together and all that. So there's like that. But that plot line with Toru, Kyoko, Kyo, and all that, all a bunch of characters are involved in that. So there's that, and then there's also the stuff like obviously like with Akito, and all that. I feel like Akito's like she's done some extreme shit, but I feel like she's really gonna be doing some crazy shit, even more so. Yeah, that she was completely bullshitting about. So what? Shigure was plotting behind this too? No one but me has the right to touch Akira. What about your own daughter? Like, huh? Really? This Akira? So this doesn't even actually seem like it was out of love or anything like that, right? It don't sound or seem like love to me. It does not seem like that to me. Look at her like, yeah, this is exactly what I want. That's how she was looking at him right there. It's like, yeah, because she didn't want female potentially to take away Akira from her. Is that what it was? Even Shigure at this age when he was this young. This man was speaking like this, and it just had this kind of aura around him, even at this young of an age, like since like essentially the beginning. That's what I was saying. They gonna go another round. I don't think. Oh, I was gonna say I don't even know if she. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't even think Shigure gonna entertain this. Ooh. Yo, he smacked away the hand. Ooh. Shigure, man. This dude just keeps transcending with some of these scenes we've been seeing with him lately in this season. Oh, and that probably pissed her off the most. Like, it's not me. Right. What? This is what Akito was telling her too, right? Oh my god. But even with the bonds, I still don't think that's true. But yeah, like for the most part, okay, these bonds are not legit, or or whatever you'd want to say. But there's still bonds that go beyond even just like the whole thing with the Zodiac and all of that. Obviously, showing off. As those bonds are starting to fray, right? And she couldn't show off as much in front of her, or like show, like yeah, like how it was before. It started to change. But when she doesn't have those bonds, then how is it going to be to Ren or with Ren? How is she going to feel then? Because she feels like maybe she would lose to her, that she wouldn't be able to hold these certain things anymore. The X Factor, though. The X Factor, though. Ren running in here? Colonel gonna stop this. Colonel ain't gonna let this happen, but be careful, Colonel. Be careful, man. She's shaking. Didn't want to lose to this woman. Oh, shit. Breaking it? Always knew. Ren was the one I wanted to be the most happy about. You really see how that was. That was his wish. That's what he wanted. And it's like, look how it is. His soul. Ooh. Broken from the beginning. Oh, someone's hero? Hero's curses break? But Akira was so adamant about there like being something in here with Akira, excuse me, and it's just something with the, which we could go in a full on discussion about like souls and just like, but that's not for now. Like this just happened. Hero. Hero. That was in the middle of that too. In the middle of this. Damn. Yeah, I'm scared, man. I'm scared something bad's gonna happen. Damn. She's Maybe there was an invisible power. But that's just like the whole thing with the soul, and like it's some deep shit, and what that can stand for, and what obviously you can get out of that, especially depending on like the relationship or what was there with the person that you. But especially how Akira talked to Akito and what was passed down to her from her father, and his words and all that thing about being special and all that. So to hang on to that. But then there's like the whole thing with the. Start learning the things you don't know. And that's why, especially for Ren too, like she can't understand this. Like, okay, there's nothing in the box, but it's his soul, and that stands for a lot more than just what you thought it was. You know? It's too late for you to say that. Like, I'm already empty. Like, I can't change. It seems like she's come to like accept this, or like realize this. But it's because of like the Zodiac that they couldn't. Because if they would have, then maybe Akito wouldn't even be in this position. I thought we were getting somewhere. I thought we were actually starting to get somewhere with Akito. Are you serious right now? I actually legitimately thought we were getting somewhere. He's like, don't. Of course we gotta worry about you. We can't forget you. Stop, man. And they would. No, that is no, no, no. That is just not. They are not cool for that. They are not cool for that. Were you just tired? But even though his curse is broke, it's like if that is what that is representing, then and they of course Yuo-chan they cut to that. I please am praying like no, that. So that's probably gonna be for the next episode. Great. I actually thought we were legitimately getting somewhere with Akito, right? It was like, okay, it seemed like maybe a step forward. Even though, okay, it's at the, like, I feel like it's never too late to change, first off. But in Akito's mind, it's like, it's too, I think she was saying, like, it's too late for that. And all. And it's like we took maybe one step forward and instantly a bunch of steps back. With I just hope Kurano, if that's what they are symbolizing with that please, man, please, Kurano still be alive, please. I don't want to believe it. I do not want to believe it. And they are dirty for that, man, for cutting the Yuo-chan with the freaking bird like that, the dead bird. Oh God. Jeez, man. I don't know if there's anything after the ED. I'm disappointed in you. Next episode. All right. So yeah, this episode, I was like, with Akito, Ren, especially, but the even more insight with Akira and right in the box and all of that, and it's just so it's so twisted, man. It is, because usually when you have like something like that, because that is like a popular kind of thing, you know, like when someone passes away, you have like their ashes or something, or you have you could just have a box that really has nothing in it, essentially, right? But it stands for way more than that. But with Ren and with Akito and how even Ren, I would say too, because what she had with Akira, that was like, at least from my perspective, that was definitely not love, or that was definitely not a legitimate bond. Like she kind of like convinced herself that's what it was. But it really wasn't. So they really didn't understand essentially what it, what it was that was inside and what that stood for, That's how I interpret it, at least. Because it's like Ren is just like looks in it and it's empty and she doesn't feel anything. She's like, it's empty. Like, what the hell? What is this? Because she don't get it. And Akito was hanging on to it so much because of these things that her father, Akira was telling her, and the words, and just always being by her side. And he has, in a way, always been by her side. If when you take it in terms of like his soul and all of that. And I don't know, I feel like Akito was starting to kind of realize obviously way more than like Ren don't get it at all. But I feel like maybe we were getting somewhere. This is how I see it. Like maybe like Akito was starting to kind of realize what it was in a way, essentially, or like what it stood for. But it's like, oh my God, I was like, I thought we were seeing some self-realization, some self-acceptance, almost like we were starting to get somewhere with Akito. And then there's that. Just reminds me of who she is, bro, with Colonel like that, man. Oh, that was so fucked. I hope he's still alive. Like, I hope they're just messing with us, man. And they're just I don't know. We'll see. Shigure is as well in this fucking episode. Excuse my language, I'm sorry. But Shigure in this episode too was on another one. And this man been like, he been orchestrating, he been plotting, he been out here since the beginning, man. Since he was like that young. You see this man, bro? Okay, so that stuff was good as well in this episode. Jeez. It looks like next episode we're gonna be hopping into more like the Kyo and Toru stuff and probably Kyoko and all of that. So yeah, next week's gonna be something too. And then also Hiro's curse breaking. Oh my gosh, in the middle of that scene. And like I feel for Hiro still, but it's like in the middle of that scene, it was just kind of like, okay, like whoa. But that's what's been happening, So yeah, man, let me know what y'all thought about this episode. As always, just wild. Definitely a lot to take in. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the reaction. If you did, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace out.